guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to talk to you about what I'm currently reading, and this is going to be short and sweet because I only have 3 books to show you and I just felt like sharing, and that's why you got a video about this. So the first book that I'm going to show you, I started this book back in 2019, but I didn't finish it because it is so massive, and that's Stephen King's It. So I've talked about this book before. My issue with this book is that I was traumatized as a child because of it, and I hate clowns, and this is working as therapy for me. So I watched the second video. I watched the second film, It Chapter 2, and I was so scared, I screamed and all that, but at the same time, I really wanted to read the book because, I have so many questions now after watching the film. I'm really enjoying it. King's writing is just so beautiful. I really think that it is a sort of, you either love him or you hate him sort of thing. I think that I love him now because his writing is just so vivid. It's like you're there, when he's describing something, it's like you're there and you're witnessing everything, even if you're not participating. My favorite part is when he describes smells, because they're just so well developed that it's almost like I can smell the same thing. It's crazy. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's the feeling that I have, and that's why I'm enjoying it so much. And it is like so detailed, and you really miss a lot if you only watch the films or the TV series, the old TV series. So yeah, I'm definitely going to focus now because I have been neglecting this book a little bit since I can't read it at night and I only read it during the day. But sometimes during the day you have other stuff to do or you feel like reading something else, and that's why I have been neglecting it. But I am going to get back on track and I'm going to finish it before the end of April. I want to say March, but I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself, so I'm going to say April. That's Alfred. But that's all I have to say right now about this. The second book that I'm currently reading is our book club book of the month for the month of February. So my friend actually suggested this book and I was so happy she did. And that's A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. I want to say Towles, but I'm not sure if I should because I think it's incorrect. So I'm sorry. And this is about a man account. He's from a very noble family, very rich family, and he has been sentenced to life in prison, but it's not really prison because he's staying at the famous Hotel Metropole in Moscow, and he was actually moved to this really tiny and comfortable room, and he can walk around the hotel, he can talk to everybody, he can go to the restaurant and all that, but he can't go outside, otherwise he will get killed. And that's basically the plot, but it's just so interesting to see how he's going to, give me a second. It's just really interesting to see how he changes his entire life. He sees these people every day or he has been seeing them every day for the past 4 years, and now he's looking at them and he's appreciating everything they do, and he's looking at them from this really different perspective, because now he can't really leave and he can't get away, so he's just trying to survive in a way and not go crazy. So I'm really enjoying it. I tried reading this book like 6 months ago or something, but I was like in the middle of finishing my last degree and I was working as well, and I knew that I was loving it, but at the same time I wasn't really appreciating it, and sometimes I felt like I was forced to read it even though I didn't feel like reading it. And sometimes when you do that, you might end up actually just hate the book because of that, because it will remind you over time that you were reading and you were being forced to, so you'll feel very frustrated and you're not actually going to enjoy it anymore. So I decided that I was just going to put it down and read it again from the beginning when I had time, and look at that. My friend Ashley suggested this book for next month, so that's what I'm reading right now. And I've started from the beginning and I still remember everything, but it's just reading it. There's just this new perspective about it, and it's just so interesting to see how sometimes you're reading a book and it's not really the right time for you to do it, and then if you leave it for a few months and you pick it up again, it's going to be different. Even though you remember and you know what it's about, it's going to be different. So that's what I'm feeling right now with this book. And the third book that I'm reading is, I don't know if you can actually see it or not. It is Dissolution by C.J. Sampson, and this is the first Sansom. That's an awkward situation. This is the first book of his series. I think it's the Matthew Charlake series. I don't know if there's actually like an official name or something, but this is the first book. It's called Dissolution, and it is about this lawyer or barrister. Let's call him a lawyer. Matthew Charlake, who is just, he has a tendency of getting himself into trouble. I'm really enjoying this book because this is set in the 16th century, and I studied English and North American culture, and because of that I had to study a little bit of English history and North American history, and obviously I didn't major in history, so it wasn't that detailed. So I'm learning a lot, and I'm just adding more information to what I already knew, but it was just like on the surface, and now I'm getting to learn a lot more about it, and I'm just loving it. I really love historical fiction, and I really wanted to start a new series and get hooked on a new series, but for a while I was considering reading a fantasy series, and someone actually recommended a fantasy series on one of my videos, and I put a pin on that, and I'm going to check it out. I think I'm a lot more interested in this one right now. So this is just really interesting. I was a little bit concerned with the language. I thought that it was going to be very dull or just very dense, but it's not. So that's basically it. Let me know if you have read any of these books, and if you like them or not. Did you hate them? Why? And let me know what you're currently reading. Let's talk. And that's about it for today's video. I'm going to link my Instagram down below, just for books, if you are interested, because I'm very active there and sometimes I can't be that active here. So if you're interested, I'm going to link it down below. Leave a comment, let me know if you are enjoying the beginning of the year and how your reading year is going, since we are approaching the end of the first month. Have you read a lot of books or not? So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!